This was the cake that was made every Sunday while you were in church. So a chiffon cake uses oil and is a very light cake. And you make it in a tube pan like this. So this is a tube pan, same pan that you would use to make an angel food cake. So Rashmi is going to help me because we're going to fill this cake with a lime curd. And you're going to make the lime curd. So you want to make the lime curd first and get that in the refrigerator and get it cold. So here in our mixer we have a half a cup of lime juice with the zest of a lime. So you want to put that in a top of a double boiler. And then you want to add cup and a tablespoon of sugar. You add that in and mix that around with a whisk. And then you want to have about 3 tablespoons of butter. So you add the butter in and you get that all together. And then the reason we're doing this in a double boiler is because we do not want to have scrambled eggs. That's why. So we have 4 eggs here in our beaker, and we're going to add the eggs to the very warm butter and lime juice mixture and cook that, and you're going to do that, Rashmi, until it looks as beautiful as that. Isn't that gorgeous? So we're going to cut this cake in half, and I'm using a serrated knife to do this because this is a very delicate cake. So once you have that curd made, you can refrigerate it. As I said, you can do this the day before. And now we're ready to fill the cake. So you see how thick it is. It's very thick. So you can either use it as is on the cake, or if you want to, you can lighten it with some whipped cream. So there's about a half a cup of whipped cream that you can put right into the curd. And I'm assuming that you love to bake at home.
Absolutely. And lime, I love lime.
You love lime, but have you ever made a chiffon cake?
I haven't, ma'am.
Okay, well, you're going to do it now, right?
Absolutely.
So we want to fold that in so it really lightens up that curd. Now, I like to put all of the curd in the middle of the cake, but you could also divide the cake into thirds if you wanted to and make 2 separate layers and do it a little thinner filling with the curd. So folding it all in so that it's all nice and mixed together, it's going to go in the cake, and then the topping is just going to be some confectioner's sugar. But what I love about this cake is that you can flavor it with just about anything. You could use grated orange zest if you wanted to. You could put chocolate in it if you wanted to, a little cocoa. You could put coffee in it. There's so many things that you could do because basically this cake is like a canvas for a number of flavorings. And I love that Fiori di Sicilia extract that you can buy that has that really nice citrus flavor that I have in the cake. All right, that looks good. So why don't we go ahead and start filling the cake, spreading it around. And once you have the cake together then with the top half of the cake over it, then you want to put it in the refrigerator and you want to let this just kind of gel together for about at least an hour before you want to serve it. And it just has a very nice tangy flavor to it. Wonderful. So we're just evenly pressing it in there. Looks good. You almost want to just eat that out of the bowl, just the way it is. And every Sunday, this, as I say, was the cake that my mother made. So that's why I like to call it Mom's chiffon cake. Looks good. So any questions about that?
Can I substitute lime with lemon, maybe?
Sure. You could do lime and lemon together. You could do grapefruit if you wanted to, tangerine. You could you could do just a whipped cream filling. Oftentimes she would do this with just whipped cream and strawberries whipped together so that you would have those little flecks of fresh strawberries in the whipped cream.
Does that look good to you?
That looks great. So now we can take our top and put that right back over the top, just like that, giving it a nice coating of confectioner's sugar. I can't think of a nicer cake to end any meal than this cake. And every time I make it, of course, I'm reminded of all the things that my mother taught me about baking, because she was a fantastic baker. So, there you have it. Mom's chiffon cake. Good for any day of the week, but especially on Sunday.